Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We find ourselves in the Steel Watch Assembly still, as the magnum opus of Gortash and the Steel Watch nearby, or I guess the Hellfire Watch in this instance nearby, are peering off into nothing on the south side of the room. This is because when I was moving through this area in the last episode, they saw me in stealth. Some of you have mentioned that invisibility doesn't mean they can't hear me. And if that's the case, wouldn't they have heard me the first time I walked by these guys? I mean, I know you guys are trying to fill in the dots where I can't, but I'm pretty tilted at how bad invisibility fared in the last episode. I mean, I snuck by and then snuck back, and they saw me on the way back. How does that work? Well, our team today is going to try to take this boss down. Truth be told, I'm very strapped for time, so I'm probably going to record this episode in 2 halves. I don't normally do that, but I have a stream to catch very soon. Book on this body is called How to Build a Watcher. Let's go ahead and read that on Shadowheart. How Gortash hijacked the Gondian Auto Guard project to create his Steel Watchers is remarkable and horrible, and someone ought to tell it. Might as well be me, says the dead person in the corner of the room. The original design for the Auto Guard outwardly resembles the eventual Watchers, but an Auto Guard was designed to be piloted by a small individual in a cockpit inside of the torso. When Gortash, through some scheme involving fraud and blackmail, took over the Dock Foundry, he scraped those plans and announced that the Steel Watch would be entirely remote controlled from a central hub, the very place we are standing right now. We had no idea that his remote control would involve both Myculite necromancy and illithid psionics. Well, we got rid of the brains around this room, at least, as finally worked out under duress by Xander Tobin, who I believe is one of the workers upstairs. Fitting out a Steel Watcher requires the following steps. A zombie is decapitated and his brain is removed. The brain is tadpoled and put in a brain jar where it becomes part of the Absolute's hive mind. The tadpole brain retains its psionic connection to the undead body. The undead headless body is wired into the torso of a Steel Watcher. The Absolute Elder Brain sends psionic orders to a jarred brain. The jarred brain passes the orders to its connected Steel Watcher. All of this telepathic traffic is coordinated through the neurocider in the control center. But I hope to do something about that. And I believe that thing that they're talking about is this contraption at the far end of the room. We interacted with this, but Zen was not able to make heads or tails over what it did, and I was afraid to just blindly push a button in a place like this. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. Well, Zen's going to close the door, and we're going to pre-buff and run into this fight. And I am ready to get some revenge. Let me tell you, I am still a little tilted. So to get things underway, Karlach and Zen are going to stand by the door here. We're going to take Shadowheart and just move her off to the side, and take Will and move him off to the side. We're then going to enter turn-based mode. That way, none of the stuff in the environment is moving, and we have some time to formulate our plan. We are going to cast a twin spell with haste. I tried to do this earlier in our campaign, and it didn't work, and I forgot about it for a while. I don't know why it's working now, and it didn't back then, but we can give Karlach and Zen haste, which means they can both perform an extra action, which means 2 attacks on each of their turns. Now, that was my action, so I'm not able to stealth, so Will's just going to stand right here. But Zen is going to open the door and begin advancing into the next room towards that Steel Watcher Titan, and Karlach is going to do exactly the same. Shadowheart is going to look around her and conjure some mirror images. This will help protect her. And then I think she can walk into the room. I actually don't think they will see her here. And then Will can do the same. That way it's easier to position them next turn. As of right now, we can't do anything extra, so we're going to end turns on all of our characters. These guys have just been staring off to the south since Zen walked through here, so I don't think we're going to see anything change with that. And no, we do not. I don't want to lose the element of surprise by getting too close with the non-sneaking party members, but I don't want to commit their action to sneaking either. So what we're going to do is Karlach's going to move to the other side. And Zen is going to walk up right here. And with the element of surprise, our assassin will use sneak attack on the Steel Watcher Titan, Gortash's magnum opus, 369 HP. Easily the tankiest enemy I've seen so far. Here we go, opening combat up with a withering cut added on. That was like some 26 damage or something like that. Let me go ahead and just make this thing stop asking me if I want to use withering cut, since it doesn't seem to have any drawbacks. So Zen has attacked, but the rest of our team is not in combat yet, and we need to change that. Karlach's going in for a swing. This, critical hit for 27 damage. That'll get her added into the turn order.
What's next?
We are then going to see... She's not in combat. Oh, shit! Turn-based mode was completely turned off, so I lost 2 turns of haste on Karlach, where I have 8 on Zen, but only 6 on her. So that means I can sneak right now without incurring an action. So let me do a Spirit Guardians for... Let's do necrotic damage. And then Shadowheart is going to sneak. And then just get right in there. Go ahead. She unfortunately lost her additional spells already. Her additional, her mirror images already. So she walks in for 14 damage. Then Will, still sitting here in the back, he's going to sneak down, approach the fight as well. And from the top of the stairs, Will is going to fire off a triple Eldritch Blast. We want to make sure the knockback is not on. It is not. So here we go. On to the Watcher Titan. 3 into the belly. We hit it relatively hard. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. We're still concentrating on haste, so protecting Will is very important to me. Will's going to action surge and fire off another set of Eldritch Blasts. That way we're at least poking at this thing. Can I quicken spell and do the same? It looks like I can. So let's do it. And that's our Will Barrage for now. Shadowheart can't go yet. It is Karlach's turn. She's going to rage. I'm also thinking about just moving her slightly to the left here in hopes that I get attack of opportunity on this Watcher if it does decide to move. Our first swing while raging does miss. We'll make it reckless and it connects anyway, but remember, they'll have advantage against me as well. This is the surprise round, so that shouldn't matter that much. 4 swings because of the haste. That's looking pretty good. Can we sneak attack again? Of course we can. So we do on Zen. And then we're just going to keep swinging. We've done well over 200 damage in the first round of combat. And the Steel Watcher, the Titan, can't even fight back yet. Flurry of Blows brings it down to 74 HP as we end all of my turns. Now, he may have a thing, we're going to counterspell that, absolutely. He may have a thing where he can't be surprised, like he's alert, which is why he's attacking right now. But we should see surprise round on everyone else. What is this? Detonation impending. He also has the unyielding construct buff now. Only attacks that deal 15 damage can harm the Steel Watcher. Well, that sounds like Karlach in a nutshell. What can we do on Shadowheart to help here? I don't think I could do anything that would pacify its shield. My swing wouldn't hit hard enough. We already have aid. I can summon in a new ally. This is a planar ally. This is our new ability. I can get a genie, a diva, or a Cambion. I don't know what any of these are. Well, I know what a genie is, but I don't know what the other 2 are. Wrathful Smite and Revivify, or Fiendish Charm, Draining Kiss, and Ray of Fire. If this guy can do Thunder Wave, these guys are weak to lightning, so that might be helpful. And with that, Shadowheart will end her turn right there. Her genie begins swinging on the guy next to him. Okay, it's just physical damage with the sword. We got to use a Thunderbolt for anything extra. We did get 2 attacks of opportunity there, and they begin to move on Will, who did not hold on to his haste concentration. So that is gone for now. Karlach's turn is coming up. Let's see if she can break through the defenses. She's feeling lethargic. She is incapacitated right now, so she cannot perform an action. Zen can also not perform an action. The only one who can is Will, who has a gigantic creature at his back. I don't know if Hypnotic Pattern will work on these things, but I'm gonna try. Immune to Hypnotized. All right, we're gonna end our turn right there. The frenzy has ended because we weren't able to attack, and I think Shadowheart's just gonna run away. If this guy's gonna blow up, I don't want to be anywhere near that. The genie will follow us, and I'm gonna do my best to try to peel for Will here by using a Thunder Wave off to the side. There we go. Shouldn't have hit Will. It didn't show that it was, but that's okay. He just took a little bit of damage. The Steel Watcher is no longer next to him. And I'm going to Shadow Step our Genie right in the way. So if that Watcher does want to move, at least it's going to take some opportunity attacks. Big jump by Steel Watcher. Zen does get an attack of opportunity on it. This thing's going to detonate in one more turn. Am I able to move yet? I imagine that detonation is going to be pretty big. But it's not showing me an area of effect for it, which it normally does on the Steel Watchers as they start to go down. Speaking of, Zen is now pinned and still unable to move. Perhaps I could reappear somewhere else with my Shadow Step. I guess that was something. Not exactly where I wanted to be, but anywhere except for that explosion is better. Karlach's going to run over to the other Hellfire Watcher on the top side of the room and just begins swinging into him with a reckless attack. We still missed, but then that tenacity helps out a little bit. You know what? I wasn't going to rage, but I'm going to do it anyway just in case this guy starts swinging at Karlach. And most of these guys are at least occupied. There's the big explosion from the guy in the middle. The Genie moves up and swings for a little bit of damage. Now we just have 3 Watchers to take down. As if that's the easy part of anything. Spirit Guardians was removed. I'm going to recast it again. There we go. A little bit of damage there. And if I can... No, it doesn't look like I'm able to. I might be able to move just a smidgen to get it on that guy too. But no, we fell just short. The Watcher turns towards Shadowheart and expels a ton of fire. He does take a little more necrotic damage as they move through the area. More fire damage being done to Will now as well. All of them doing the exact same attack, but Karlach is going to absorb some elements. She doesn't even feel it. As the enemy moves away from us, that's a surefire sign that we should continue to chase them. I am splitting up my damage a little more than I would like. So what we're going to do now is Zen's going to focus on the Steel Watcher that's next to Will. Moving in with that first sneak attack, dealing 27 damage, followed by another strike, and then a flurry of blows. Can we get this guy into explosion range? Kind of doesn't look like it. Karlach's going to continue the assault on the ranged Hellfire Watcher. As long as we are standing next to this guy, he's going to have disadvantage. And let's go ahead and Frenzied Strike too. If we get them close to that detonation, we could just run away. So it doesn't matter if I'm becoming slightly less accurate. Will is going to... Oh, geez. I am going to put the knockback back on and fire off an Eldritch Blast onto the Watcher, hoping to get more room so that Will could then move. But unfortunately, we are maimed here and we can't move for another turn. Either way, that's still looking a little better. Shadowheart on her turn is going to full action disengage. No, oh, I always do that. Help. No, disengage. There we go. I get the icons mixed up. And she's just going to walk in. She's going to deal damage to all of them. Maybe one more over here. Oh, perfect. Look at that. The Genie's moving up to try to be a barrier on the last Hellfire Watcher here, and it looks like that was enough to set off the explosion. Unfortunately, Zen is in that explosion, and wait. Perfect. Oh, yes. Okay, we'll just end that turn there. This Watcher moves into the explosion. I guess I didn't notice that Shadowheart was also in it. Well... She certainly felt that. That thing is so deadly, dude. Oh, Zen down to 2 HP right now, too. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, this is totally fine. We are still in control. Don't you worry. Will is going to move fully into melee range. So Zen can sneak attack. Did she just take another hit during the turn? Hold on. Swing it again. And a flurry of blows. Will is then going to hopefully knock this guy very far away, even with disadvantage. There we go. Karlach is going to close in the gap and just try to get this detonation to happen. Why did I get an attack of is he a sentinel? Okay, one more. That'll do it. And then Karlach moves out of the way. Will's going to move up for the assist on the help, but everyone else should be fine. Yes, Karlach was not damaged by that. She's fine. She's fine. Okay, the last of the archers is on the move. Karlach's gonna move up first, and with that big old hammer of hers, connects for 16 damage. Follow that up with a little bit more, and there's that last detonation. Will extends a hand down to Shadowheart, helps her up, and we end our turns. Oh, that was hard. That was, whoa. I haven't come close to losing a fight in a long time. That was gnarly. Those hits are so ridiculous. Oh, hello, legendary bow, Gaunter Mail, 9 to 16 damage. On hit, possibly inflict guiding bolt on the target. This object shines with a bright-ass light glowing for 20 feet. It's technically a +3 weapon and also has celestial haste. We're going to give that to Karlach. It's a long bow. I don't think Zen can use that. And I've already looked at this neural switchboard up at the front of this room on Zen, but he could not decipher what the heck was going on with this thing. So after 2 short rests, oh, that was a lot of damage. We're going to try to get Will over here to see if he can figure out what it's doing.
The Neurositer awaits your input.
The Neurositer. I know I didn't say that right earlier. Attempt to decipher the symbols. Oh, it's going to be a 15 yet again. We have a +1 with intelligence. We only rolled a 6.
You cannot make sense of this complex machine.
Yeah, don't touch anything, then. Don't touch anything. Just walk away. Just walk away. Shadowheart's going to give it a try.
Neurositer awaits your input.
Intelligence. Attempt to decipher. I should have moved her closer for the guidance on the last one. Well, if I don't know what's going on with this thing, I'm not going to touch it. I'm literally just going to leave it here. It's going to turn out that if you touch this, every person that you've ever known gets mind controlled. You get the evil ending of the game just instantly. I know something weird's going on here.
Neurositer awaits your input.
Karlach, the barbarian, with guidance, an intelligence roll of 16. She knows exactly what this is. Our guiding light in the dark.
Neurositer is the epicenter of the Steel Watch, controlling and connecting every single watcher in the city. Its technology is far beyond anything you have ever seen. You'll need more than magic or steel to destroy it.
Whoa, I'm not going to press a button. On the way out, there's a vessel identified note over here. I am pleased to report that we have sourced a vessel and pilot to transport hostages to the Iron Throne. Red Hammer is a godless fool, but his love of gold outweighs any moral qualms he might have. He will do it for now. Black Gauntlet, Han Reeves. So this is talking, I think, about someone transporting the families of the workers here away somewhere. It seems the Banites are using a type of submersible to transport people to an underwater prison. We should leave and search the warehouse by the docks. We have a lead, and if we do that, then Xander Tubin, one of the engineers upstairs, if we rescue his family, he should help us shut that machine down. So if this warehouse is by the water, that should be very easy to find. If we look across the little bit of water we can see here, that's the counting house right there. We've explored that place thoroughly, although, you know, I didn't see this water entrance on the side. This area seems to have access to the water and storage for a vessel. So let's investigate that. The steel watch outside.
Citizen, submit to inspection. In the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
The steel watch outside are still neutral.
Reels in your skull. Something within the steel watcher tugs at your mind.
Still neutral. Even though they had to have known that we were inside the base. So, can Karlach go 2 for 2? I'm a law-abiding citizen. Karlach kind of is. You need a fucking 20 for that. We have +1 with wisdom. We only rolled an 11.
Your trial is complete, villain.
Oh, that was quick.
And the sentence is imprisonment. Please comply.
Well, I'm gonna attack. That settles that. If this is gonna happen everywhere we go, our city experience just changed a whole lot. I'm not going back to jail. Hell no. I am driven. Let's go ahead and fire off some range attacks on the Steel Watcher here. First one does miss from Karlach. The second one connects for 12. She's then going to do everything she can to just kind of close the gap here and end her turn. The first of the range attacks does hit Karlach for 13, even during the frenzy. That's quite a lot of damage. Luckily, these guys can only attack once per turn, so they're focusing all of that on the exact target I want them to focus on. Zen is going to be entering the fight now. First round of combat, but cannot sneak attack, so we're just going to go for a regular swing over here. I need to be very, very mindful of that explosion at the end and try to avoid it at all costs, which might mean not doing too much damage to this thing too quickly. Will's not concentrating on anything, so we'll go ahead and hex the Steel Watcher closest to us. And we can help solve that proximity problem by blasting this one into next week, hopefully towards the other of the Steel Watcher. Maybe that was just the angle he couldn't move back, but this one's at half health right now. Shadowheart, this guy's absorbs... he's only weak to lightning, so I was thinking about doing a flame strike here. Actually, they're both grouped up for it. Let's just send it. A little bit of damage we take down, and we'll go ahead and end our turn. I decided because of the proximity, that was probably worth it. I should not shoot that one anymore. Instead, Karlach's going to run over to this one and give it a swing. The reason being, we'll figure out the damage we did in just a moment, I hope. The reason being that impending detonation is not where I want to be. Zen should be able to move out of the way and re-engage that Steel Watcher. I don't think he moved too far. We're going to have Shadowheart go in close, and she is going to cast a mirror image. I want to protect her AC a little bit. I want her to hold that down, and I need a target that's going to give Zen a good sneak attack opportunity. So we're going to do that, swing one more time, and then instead of hitting again, I'm going to bonus action disengage, cunning action disengage, and just try to move back. Unfortunately, I still kind of formed a line, but this is an archer at the end of the day, so it should be fine. Karlach is in trouble if this thing explodes, but luckily for us, she gets to go before it does. So, Will's going to fire off the Eldritch Blast into the other one. Shadowheart's going to try to move a little closer, and we'll end all of those turns. Now, Karlach is going to leap from the low ground onto the ramp and take a big old swing. We do need to be a little... I don't think I shoot again. I don't think I swing again. If I get attack of opportunity, that's fine, but for some reason it didn't incur that. And if he's going to sit over there, that is great for me. We're going to have Shadowheart sprint. Dash, excuse me. Up to there. If I have a friendly target in proximity, I can then sneak attack ranged. That... I thought would do the detonation. One more. There it is. And now we just use the rest of Shadowheart's movement to bring her out. These things are fun to play around. And very, very, very lethal if you do not, as we've already learned. So how do I go about getting inside of this place? There's some ladders that lead up. I do kind of need to be careful about moving around the city if all of the Steel Watch are going to be coming after me. There does seem to be an entrance up top. So I'm going to head that way. We're going to hope for the best. Oh.
I'd give to be needed now.
Steel watch on the road ahead. In fact, I am literally a pixel out of that vision. So I can't go that way. What if I try to go down here?
Oh, whoa, mate. This is the last place you need to be. Clear off, yeah?
Are you the am I talking to the stairs, right? Oh, hey, little halfling. Why can't I be here, my dude?
2 words. Guild business. Only an idiot gets between them and their shipments.
Guild business. On the same dock where we think human trafficking has been happening. And people have been taken hostage. If that is part of guild business, we are going to have a problem with the guild. Rogue deception. I'm actually with the guild. I'm here to pick up that shipment. Okay. Yeah, we have advantage. We need a 15. We roll 2 dice, plus 4 with favorable beginnings. We got a natty 20. He believes us. He's like, oh, of course. I've seen you there myself.
Why didn't you lead with that? I trust you're gonna balance the books too, yeah?
1,000 gold might... Yes, I'll balance the books. We need to keep up the facade. I have like 20 grand now, so...
Pleasure as always. Better clear it out before the fish get here. You know how they are.
You know how they are. So, where was the person that just talked to me? Because they were in a boat, and no one over here is in a boat. Oh, it was that guy. So what is mine to take? I can't interact with anything in these boxes. There's a wooden trunk right here. Whoa. Arcane arrow of interference? Lightning arrows? Holy water? More infernal iron? That's kind of odd that's something that they're shipping. That's kind of odd. What about this wooden crate here? Why isn't any of this showing up on the hold alt to reveal everything around me? Well, thank you for letting me use your dock. I'll be on my way. Just gonna head straight up here. We'll try to enter this building from the other side of the street. One that the Steel Watch is hopefully not watching. Some dead crabs over here.
Something over there.
And a loose...
Enemy of the people.
Where did you come from?
The justice of Lord Enver Gortash.
Enemy of the people.
The parasite reels in your skull. Something within the Steel Watcher tugs at your mind.
I have so much blood on me. I am a law-abiding citizen. There's no fucking way. Well, it seems as though we are in another fight. I'm gonna attack. You're not taking me back, Kappa. At least this one's in a bit more of a secluded location. The other one was in the middle of the street. Well, another one of the Steel Watch approaches Zen. We do get an attack of opportunity. This one, notably, is significantly more dangerous because it is a melee user, so it's going to be able to swing for quite a big distance. I've noticed the rest of my party is not engaged in this conflict, so we're just going to have our favorite girl, Karlak, come over here and start swinging. Perfect. Couldn't think of a better way of getting her into the fight. Do I want to rage for this one? I think that's my last rage of the day. If I do it, I probably don't. Will is now going to emerge with a triple Eldritch Blast, sending the creature further away. Zen is going to have to reapproach that, so that wasn't like super great or anything. Actually, Karlak's going to run in first, and then Zen is going to... We're maimed. I can't even move. This is all going to have to be ranged attacks. Well, that's okay. We do hit decently hard at range when we do connect. Okay, that one not too good. Shadowheart is hiding just around this corner. We are going to... Probably don't need to do too much with her. I do have a new spell I wanted to try, but I don't have the spell slots for it. It was pretty expensive of a spell. So why don't I just plop down a Guardian of Faith right by the Sentinel. There's a chance the Sentinel will attack it. Wait, I'm not even in combat. Wait a minute. That is busted? Oh, you could cheese the shit out of this game with that. 4 cleric team win. Okay, we'll go ahead and just end that turn. We'll end Karlak's turn. We'll end Will's turn. And Shadowheart will just keep spotting what's going on here. Hiding successful. Ooh, Karlak is going to feel that in the morning. That's what I get for not raging. The Divine Guardian striking back at the Steel Watcher. Okay, I am going to approach the fight now. And I'm going to give Karlak some more AC. Perfect. It's the Divine Guardian's turn. Now it's Shadowheart's turn. And then, honestly, my ranged attack has so many different effects that can roll on it. I'm just going to use that from a distance and then very quickly line of sight again. Here we go. The Steel Watcher on the move takes an attack of opportunity from Karlak. The Divine Guardian gets hit, but doesn't strike back with the same amount of damage. And a small leap to get behind Zen in the corner. That is an odd choice. Been a while since we've done this. Karlak moves forward and pushes the guard. No! Into the water! What? It didn't work. Damn, how unlucky. I guess we're just going to swing anyway. Wow, you're going to feel that in the morning, aren't you? I have another one here. Why did I have so many? I'm not hasted. Well, I'm going to put some pressure on the other archer in the back. No more attacks for that guy. Now on Zen's turn, I don't think I can sneak attack. We're just going to do a regular swing, critical hit, regular swing. That's the explosion. And then I guess I'm going to die. Because I can't move because I'm maimed. Damn. I could try the dash, but that just gives me bonus movement. That's not actually going to move me anywhere. How do I fix this? Eldritch Blast with Will. Path is interrupted. Could I push Zen out of the area? I mean, that would be less damage, no joke. We're going to try. Am I out? Am I out? I think I'm still in. I think it's bad. I'm gonna action surge. And I'm gonna fucking Eldritch Blast him again. Maybe just one or two. No, yeah, maybe just one. The next of the Eldritch Blast is gonna find its target at the end of the street. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. We are out of the explosion, and Will ends his turn. Okay. Never thought I would do that in this campaign. That explosion is so scary. That is so terrifying. The enemy archer is pretty far away. Let's go ahead and try a Sacred Flame if we can move up. Honestly, I may have been better doing a little bit of archery. And then with the rest of our movement, make sure we're not inside of that. There's the explosion. 50 damage being done to everything in the area. We're going to try to deflect and return the missile to sender. But it looks like it didn't work. Charm going out. They won't attack me anymore, but I don't think they have any more attacks either way. Karlak did level up recently. I have 1 HP on Zen. 1 HP. Is she able to triple attack all the time? Or did I do something weird? Yeah, just 2 this time. Okay, I don't know what happened. With her in range, we can sneak attack. Ranged attack? The battle of the 1 HPs fighting side by side. Oh, it's going to be very difficult to get around this city, isn't it? Wait, who are these guys? What's going on here? I'm now in combat with the Flaming Fists. Oh, God. Where did they even come from? Karlak's going to rage. You guys are at least in a terrible, terrible spot. We're going to swing on the archer that decided to stand on this box. I like how they didn't even confront me. Like, hey, what are you doing? They just fucking appeared out of nowhere and decided to attack me. Okay, that's great. That's great. I love that. I don't hate that even a little bit. Not even salty a little bit. Act 3 has been behaving really odd. Really, really strangely. I'm going to move off to the side there. They're going to search for Zen. They won't find him. That's an ensnaring shot onto Will as the Flaming Fist Archer fires from above. The caster moving into the corner summons a fire elemental. I've never seen an elemental in this game before. That fire elemental moves up to Will and starts ripping and tearing. He's losing HP rapidly as well. The elemental is looking for Zen right now. I don't think he's gonna find him. We're gonna do a necrotic Spirit Guardians upcast. Does it do more? Yes, it does. That's gonna start to do big damage to everyone around us, and we'll even continue to spread it by moving. Now Will is gonna fire off an Eldritch Blast, but the path is interrupted, so it has to be on the fire elemental next to us. The knockback did not happen, though, so Will's in for another turn of punishment. We can up his AC if we think the elemental's going to go for him again, but I guess there's no guarantee. I guess I am not... Oh, counterspell, absolutely. I noticed the heal went off, even though I used counterspell. Oh, it's a feature. You love to see it. Do you think elementals are heavy? I was going to see if I could literally throw it into the water over there. Doesn't look like I can. I should definitely aim for the summoner rather than the summonee. If I can make it in range, I think attack of opportunity would have even been worth it, but we didn't incur one, which I'm very happy about. Frenzied Strike on to the Flaming Fist Wizard. Sends that elemental into nothing. It's split up into atoms yet again. Zen can probably re-enter combat at this point. We're going to move up with a nice stab over here. Follow that up with another attack. And I'm probably going to sleep after this, so flurry of blows. Okay, is there going to be another set of guards that runs up? Is that what's going to happen now? Is that how this goes? Jeez.
Best keep your hands to yourself.
Is it because this counts as stealing? But they have neutral names. I guess they do have red outlines. Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
To the easy path.
Is Zen blinded? Is this because my health is low?
I think.
The colors are so dim. He's on the verge of death. If I get attacked again, I am royally screwed. But there's gotta be a way of getting in this building without the Steel Watch seeing me. Or maybe that's why it's so hard to get into this building, because they're protecting it. This is part of their shipments, and they know. It looks like I will be able to approach from this side, but I have to go to sleep. We cannot keep going at the pace we've been going. We've done some really difficult fights, but it is time to hopefully not murder anyone in my sleep as I go to bed. Fingers crossed. Was that a good night's sleep? It can happen. Oh.
Waste a step.
Okay, we are going to have to all stealth here, because that's a Steel Watch, and that Steel Watch looks like they can see all the way to this door. But... oh, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. That's not good.
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
The Society of Brilliance? We've met with the Society of Brilliance before.
What a scene.
Oh my god, are they all...
Villain. In the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
I didn't even get an option that time. Are you going to be coming in? Why don't you come in here? We'll fight inside this room. Oh, I'm so glad they missed. That means we're not going to be maimed and we can at least enter this area. We are kind of disrupting the evidence inside of this place. Oh, God. So the Society of Brilliance had a presence in the Underdark. They had a Mind Flayer that was nice javelin throws. That was a good jump. I can't talk too much shit. They had a Mind Flayer in the Underdark that was cut off from the hive mind, and he was able to inspect our parasite, right? What if all of this happened because he turned into a Mind Flayer, because he sold a ring to us to block out the call? What if all of this is my fault again? Ugh. Well, Zen goes in for yet another. I'm going to crit it. Get him out of there. Yet another sneak attack, then runs up to the Steel Watch and gives him a flurry of blows, one of them even landing a critical hit. Will is going to fire off 3 Eldritch Blasts onto the mechanical monstrosity. Oh, shit, dude. We might be able to end this in one turn if I do a bunch of stuff with Will. But unfortunately, that's where he is going to end. Shadowheart can't do anything either, so let's send it on over back to Karlach. She's in a pretty dangerous spot here, because if this thing blows up right now, it's going to hit all of us. More importantly, it's going to hit Karlach next turn, so we need to be very careful. We all grouped. We need to be very careful with the damage that we're doing. Oh my god, we're at half health again from a single attack from this thing. Because I was trying to fight in such a cramped area. Alright, fuck this. Will's gonna heavily upcast a magic missile onto our target over there. He's then going to fly in that direction. You can't fly when you're maimed? Oh my god, Will. Are we all maimed? Zen can move. Okay, so that's going to have to be a bonus action disengage. I'm ensnared. No! Ensnaring is a concentration, so we are going to action surge on Will again. I'm going to upcast it even more. Send it around the corner. Got to break that concentration. Now, Zen can move. Bonus action, disengage. Zen then goes and can't reach destination. You're kidding me. Because it's blocked by the guy? What do you mean you can't reach the destination, Zen? What the fuck does that mean? Okay, he's dead. Then we move back. Can I sneak attack this? I sure can. That brings him into the explosion range if I damage him anymore. So we literally can't. Shadowheart, man, I wish I had that one spell that... Oh, she could still take damage from AoE, so that wouldn't help us here. Well, she's going to stand her ground, because there's nothing else she can do. Let's raise our AC a little bit, make sure our shield is out. Karlach on her turn is going to have to run away a little bit. I could use Shadowheart as the means of making this guy blow up. Now, of course, he could reposition after this. She can't reach destiny. Hold on. Here we go. You see what I mean about Act 3 being wonky? I never had to micromanage little steps before. Well, that's not good. That's not good. Zen goes for the sneak attack shot yet again. This will get the explosion if I didn't miss. Here we go. Another shot. Okay, that's enough. End his turn. End these turns. And I didn't move Karlach in time. Hey, she's fine. She actually fared way better than the rest of us. Well, we're going to explore this building and hopefully find some undercover plot of moving hostages and families out of this city to some remote prison. Wish me luck. I feel like I really need it at this point. Things are just not going my way in Baldur's Gate. We'll be back again very soon, team. Thank you so much for being here. See you again next time.